Hey guys, what's up? It's KO Ninja, and welcome to the first episode of oj2 discussion, where essentially I take whatever Sage Jam talked about last month and steal that and put it over to oj2. But today, we're going to be talking about forgotten characters in the roster that no one plays or no one ever really talks about. So, let's get into it. Alright, so the first character we're talking about is Tamaki. Now, I actually don't know why Tamaki got left out into the wind. Maybe it was because he was nerfed a couple of times in the past, but really, I thought he might be more popular because of that one Globku video that Globku made where he, talked about the combo system of oj2, so, you can learn how to make combos if they use Tamaki. So I was thinking that Tamaki was going to be more popular, but apparently he's not, which is kind of strange because it's actually kind of fun. Now, I don't really play him. I used to main him before he got nerfed, but then he got nerfed, and then I didn't want to play him anymore. I I don't know. I think mostly because I feel like his game plan is kind of weird. He doesn't get the conventional amount of damage normally. You have to actually know about the general mechanic of wall splats, right? So you take your opponent in this clan with Tokork 1 and you wall splat them, which means that you have to run an unconventional game plan. The game plan isn't hard, but it's not normal to what most people are used to, where it's just slam your face against the stick and pray you get like more than 8k damage. Um, so yeah, Tamaki isn't really that well known and not really played. I don't think there are a lot of Tamaki players. I remember Christian Nikki plays this character a little bit, but yeah, the one thing that's cool about him is that he has crazy combos. So any combo monsters want to lab that and show off what they have. A really good one was in the OJ2 Festival montage, Random Kill, where Christian Nikki showed off the fact that Tamaki is just still really god tier when it comes to combos. But yeah, Tamaki isn't really that known or really that played anymore. Mostly, I think it's because of dwindling player base and uninterest to play him, combined with the fact that he has a semi-unconditional playstyle if you want to play him at decent level. And he's basically a counterpick character. One thing I forgot to mention is that Tamaki doesn't do much without walls. If there's a stage without walls, don't play him because he doesn't get as much damage as he needs to actually be competitively viable. I mean, granted, you could still play him, but he's more of a character where you click him on like a different stage. He's like a tournament character, a counter pick character, but there are some characters that just straight up do stuff that he does better than him. So yeah, that's Tamaki. This character is really weird. It's Tamaki taken up to a million. She used to be good in like the Grav Reset era, where she had like really good Grav Reset with her Tokork 2, and then you kind of just died from it. I mean, back then I was a Muriel main, so that wasn't happening to me. But that was just a thing that happened. She's just really weird, and there are a lot of characters that do what she does, but better. So she doesn't see a lot of play. She's kind of like 12th and 3rd strike, where she's weird and she's bad. So that also combines with she's like just not played, and she's like worst waifu. So that also adds on to it. But yeah, so she's just weird and bad. So I don't like her. Now I know I keep repeating myself when I say that each character is kind of weird, so not a lot of people play them. But Stain is just like weird. He's not even bad. He's just like mid. Like this character doesn't see play, but when they do see play, they're played really well, like by Abusive Lamp. So you already know they have top player representation, which is something most of these characters lack. But no one else plays him, and it's weird. Maybe I can spark the hope of new Stain players, and they can play Stain and shit. But yeah, he's just kind of not played, and I think it's because his combo structure kind of requires a bit more effort than other characters, and you know what OJ2 players don't like? Doing things that actually take effort. So, that's why this character isn't normally played, and he just generally has a lot more options, and those options aren't like normally like seen through most people's eyes because they don't really play him. Like for example, the main thing people probably see is that his plus ultra 1 is comboable, but they don't know to the extent of how far you can combo with it. Maybe they think it's useless, maybe they just like mash like crazy and then they don't get anything out of it, and then they get destroyed and think, oh, this character sucks. But yeah, this character is just weird, and his moveset kinda his combo set is kind of weirdly hard. Like Stain isn't hard to play. It's just that he's like not as easy as everyone else. He's not like gentle or like Momo tier hard, but like he's not the easiest, and I think that's what makes him not as popular. And plus, he's kind of irrelevant in the story right now. He's not as popular as he used to be. I'm sure in OJ1, if Stain was in OJ1, that yeah, he was a lot more popular because you know the Hero Killer arc was like right there. You know, OJ1 covered up to All Might fighting All for One, so you know, yeah, he's boring. That's all I gotta say. Seiji is probably the most boring character to play in this entire game to me. Seiji is good. He's like really good. He's a zoner, and you know how good zoners are in this game. You gotta charge a finger, shoot him out. But the thing is that his combos are short and they do no damage. And most people are like, hey, like most people don't like long combos, so yeah. It's a combination of how he's good, he's weird, and he's boring. He's not like weird fun, he's just weird boring. Like, I don't think I even know a max damage combo with him, but the fact that you gotta charge fingers, keep everything up, just for you, so that way you can do 6k damage while the Rappa over there is mashing his face into the wall, and he's getting like 9k, and that's not even optimal for him. Like, the most I think I've ever seen a Seiji combo do is like 8k damage. And that's genuinely sad. I mean, it shows the diversity of OJ2, but damn, is this character boring. This is probably the most boring character I've ever played in like a fighting game, right next to like one of the fusions in Dragon Ball FighterZ, because those fuckers are boring too. But at least Vegito does damage. At least Vegito had that wacky ass 5M that went across the screen, and then you just did like half of your HP. No, Seiji don't got none of that. He just has like weird ass fingers, and he just shoots them at you, and then they do like no damage. And then he like comes to you, like when he walks to you, he kind of has like this loop, and he has like this little like loop link thing that I don't ever like use. Like, look at this shit. Look, tell me this looks fun. Hold on, wait, no, I gotta see this. I need to see how much damage this does with max fingers. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Say it. Motherfucking. Why do people? I don't think anyone who plays this character is real. Nobody fucking plays this character. How do you play this fucker, man? I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. How do you play this character? He's so fucking lame. He's like lame. Like he's like lamer than Night Eye lame, and Night Eye's like lame as shit, man. How do you play this character? And for the final person we're talking about today, we are talking about Kochig. Kochig? You know what? I can't even deny that sometimes I forget he's even in this game. And that's sad, because he's on the fucking box art. He's literally one of the first characters you see when it opens and it says, My Hero, wants Justice 2, and he's right next to Overhaul. But I don't ever see him played. I don't, like, in terms of popularity, his OG form is way more popular. BS Shig is way more popular. Coach Shig is just nowhere near as relevant in the meta as, you know, this Shig, or I can't speak, but this Shig's just bad. Not in the bad way, like, I think it's just that people just forgot about him. Because most people, like, I guess they just wanted to play BS Shig more? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I think it's just because he's bad, and Puddle Shig is better. I'm gonna call him Puddle Shig from now on, the one that puts the puddle. But yeah, in terms of combos, I think Coach Shig has better or cooler looking combos. It's not that like I think it's just because this character and the other one, they're just like not much to differentiate them. You know, like they kind of like fit the same archetype, except for, you know, Puddle Shig puts down puddles and plays Oki, and this one combos you. I don't even think I'm saying that right. Like, I just don't know why he's not. I think it's just because he's bad. I'm kind of confused because I think it's literally just because he's bad. I don't know why I'm like kind of getting fussed up over it, but like, I don't know. I thought he'd be more played. Like, he's one of those characters that's bad, but I think he'd be like more played in the meta because he's kind of cool looking. Like not even in the meta, but like in like unranked quick plays and shit. But I feel like it's just whenever you kind of like gotta put an effort for his rush down, because he can't just run at you and just like murder you, but he can just run at you. But you gotta kind of work for it. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry if what I'm saying is confusing, but it's very confusing, the dilemma with him, because he's just not played. And I guess that also kind of allies with the dwindling player base, so not every character gets high amount of, players and shit like that. But yeah, I really think that Kochig is just a forgotten character. Hey guys, I hope you liked the first episode of OJ2 discussion. I came back to OJ2 kind of just as like a retirement thing. I'm probably going to shift over to more multiverses focused content in the future, but for now I will just like duel this with OJ2, maybe sprinkle in some other shit over here and there. But yeah, I'm kind of just taking this more casually now instead of like the hardcore way I did it, because that's why I burned out. So yeah, if you're wondering why I'm on OJ2 all of a sudden again, this is kind of why. So I hope you guys like OJ2 discussion, and comment down below who you think's the most forgotten character in OJ2. Personally, for me, I think it's Gran Torino, but I don't want to talk about Gran Torino because I'm saving a video for himself. So yeah, hope you guys like it, and there are more OJ2 discussions on the way.